here to present briefly on how to change your outbound caller ID in Vocalocity, which is the system we use to conduct surveys. On your screen, you see the title of this presentation, and greetings. I would like to take just a few brief moments to explain when and how to change your outbound caller ID in the Vocalocity system. Basically, the reason for this is that this capability will enable you to contact respondents in the area code of the health center that you are contacting patients for. For example, if you're contacting a center in the state of California in area code 559, you can actually set your outbound caller ID that shows up on the respondent's phone to be that same area code as the center, which gives us a virtual presence in the community that we're serving. Now, to do that is relatively simple. You just need to first go into your web browser and go to Vocalocity, the login page for Vocalocity. Now, what I do is I save it here so that I can get quick access to the system, and I was already logged in. So let me log out just to go through that step. You'll get a login screen, and you'll enter your username as well as your password, and then you should get a screen that takes you, I click phone system to get there, but you want to get this screen here. And let's say that I am Katrina Perez. So I'm going to look for Katrina Perez right here. Right now she's set to 731. So if I'm Katrina and I go in here, I go to set outbound caller ID, and I can select any of these phone numbers. So if I'm calling, let's say, California, to use the example that I used previously, I would need to know what the area code is. Actually, let's use a better example, because there is a California number here, but there's only one. But notice there's a lot of numbers here, 509, which is Washington State. Okay, now when I select the number to use, I need to be careful because there's other surveyors using these various numbers. And it's important that I select the right number to use and not just pick randomly, because when a respondent tries to call me back, let's say I call someone, they don't answer, they see the number on their caller ID, and then they return the call, it will come in to whoever owns or whoever's associated with each of these 509 numbers. So let's say that Sally, for lack of a better name, is the one using this 240 number. Well, Sally may be making a lot of calls with this area code, and then I start using her outbound phone number. She starts getting inbound calls thinking they're her calls. It can create confusion. So if you're not sure which number to use, when you have a case where you have multiple numbers, please contact your project manager right away. Notice there's also a couple 478 numbers. There's quite a few 817 numbers, which are in Texas. We've got some 860 numbers in Connecticut, some 910 numbers. So each of these are assigned to various individuals. But other than that, it's a very straightforward process. If you know which number to pick, you just select it, and then you click Save. And since I didn't change anything, it's giving me that message. And you're done. Then you just log out, and you begin making phone calls. You can actually test the caller ID. You can call your own home phone number and see what's showing up there. And if you see anything other than Crossroads Group or your outbound caller ID number showing up, again, please contact your project manager, or you can also contact Vocalocity. On some cell phones, you may not see Crossroads Group, or it may alter what's showing, or it may not show a number. If you call using Vocalocity to a cell phone, depending on the carrier, so that could also be something to be on the lookout for. But generally speaking, this works very well, and it's just to log into Vocalocity and make that change when you are about to make calls to a different area code. Now, if you don't have access to this menu when you log in, again, please contact us because it may be a setting issue that we need to change on our end. And if you don't have your username and password to get into Vocalocity, you also want to contact us. Now, that will have come as an email from this company, so if you do a search in your inbox for emails that were sent from Vocalocity, you should find your username and password on that inbox. But if you don't have that email, again, please feel free to contact us, and we will reset that email and have it resent again for you. And that concludes the brief topic on changing your outbound caller ID in Vocalocity.